After 60, most jeans brands quietly stop designing for you. 8 that still do. Budget-friendly, proper rise, built to last. 3 that look fine on the hanger, but fit wrong, wear out fast, and aren't worth a cent. The difference comes down to 3 things most men never check. Avoid at all costs. Number 3, Zara. Zara men's jeans retail between $50 and $90. The fabric is a 10 to 12 ounce cotton or cotton elastane denim. Inditex, Zara's parent company, runs a gross margin of 55 to 58% across the brand, maintained by compressing fabric weight and construction to the minimum threshold for category presentation. The rise on Zara's core men's fits runs 10 to 10.5 inches across most of the line. For men over 60, a 10-inch rise positions the waistband 2 to 3 inches below the natural waist. That gap creates back waistband pull, seat bagging throughout the day, and a constant readjustment cycle that every man in this demographic recognizes immediately. The fit architecture was designed for a 25-year-old standing in a fitting room mirror, not for a 62-year-old sitting in a car, at a desk, or at a dinner table for 3 hours. The elastane content, typically 2 to 3% in the stretch denim line, degrades with heat washing. After 30 wash cycles at normal temperatures, elastane loses measurable tension recovery, the fabric that provided initial shape retention bags at the knees and seat, and does not recover between wears. Consumer Reports documents average functional lifespan for Zara stretch denim at 1.6 to 1.8 years. At $70 per pair replaced every 18 months, that is $47 per year for a jean that fits worse every month and looks worse every wash. The single needle stitching on primary seams compounds the durability problem. Single needle seams under the stress of a fuller seat and thigh profile separate measurably faster than double or chain stitched alternatives. Zara's fast fashion production cycle is designed for an 18-month product life. Your body and your budget deserve better than that. Avoid at all costs. Number 2, Diesel. Diesel jeans retail between $120 and $200. Manufacturing cost runs between $6 and $30 per pair. The majority of production operates through contracted facilities in Tunisia and Turkey. Not the Italian heritage story the brand's marketing still implies. The fit problem for men over 60 is structural and unforgiving. Diesel's loosest mainstream fit, the Larky, has a rise of 11 inches and a thigh opening of 16.5 inches. For reference, men over 60 with a 36-inch waist typically require a rise of 12 to 13.5 inches for natural waist positioning, and a thigh opening of 18 to 20 inches for unrestricted movement. The Larky falls short on both measurements simultaneously, producing a jean that sits too low and compresses the thigh. 2 fit failures that cannot be resolved by sizing up, because increasing the waist size widens the thigh without raising the rise. The wash treatments applied across the Diesel line, the mechanical distressing, the chemical fading, the sandblasting effects, reduce fabric thread count at the treated areas by 15 to 25% according to textile testing documentation. For men over 60 applying real body weight stress to the seat and thigh, those pre-weakened areas fail first. You are paying $150 for a jean pre-engineered to wear out at the points of highest stress on your specific body profile. Avoid at all costs. Number 1, G-Star Raw. G-Star Raw jeans retail between $100 and $180. The brand markets heavily on denim innovation, 3D construction, and technical fit architecture. For men over 60, that architecture is the problem. G-Star's signature arc fit uses a dropped crotch and curved inseam designed to reduce fabric pull during movement for a lean, younger body profile. On a man over 60 with a fuller seat and thigh, the drop crotch creates excess fabric bunching in the crotch and inner thigh. The curved inseam, designed to follow the natural leg line of a younger body, misaligns with the leg geometry of most men over 60 and creates inseam torque, meaning the seam twists toward the front of the leg during wear and requires constant correction. The rise across G-Star's core fits runs 10.5 to 11.5 inches, still below the 12 to 13.5 inch range required for natural waist positioning in this demographic. Following WHP Global's acquisition of the brand, consumer community reporting on production consistency has declined measurably, with fit variation between production batches increasing and quality control documentation becoming less transparent. At $130 for a jean built on a fit template that does not work for most men over 60 and produced to a quality standard that has declined post-acquisition, G-Star Raw fails on fit, construction, and value simultaneously. Best Buy. Number 8. Wrangler Authentics. Relaxed fit. Wrangler Authentics. Jeans retail between $22 and $38. The fabric is a 13-ounce 100% cotton denim, heavier than every brand on the avoid list and at the same weight. Specification as jeans retailing for $80 to $120 from brands with larger marketing budgets. The relaxed fit has a rise of 11.5 to 12 inches, a thigh opening of 18 to 19 inches, and a straight leg from thigh to hem. No elastane, no stretch blend. The fabric weight holds shape through a full day of wear without bagging at the seat or knees, and it does not degrade with heat washing because there is no elastane fiber to break down. The construction uses double needle stitching on inseam and outseam with bar tack stress points at pocket corners and the fly base. Consumer longevity reports for this specific product average 4.2 years of functional wear. At $30 per pair across 4.2 years, the annual cost is $7.14. No brand on the avoid list delivers half that longevity at 3 times the price. The one limitation is the rise. At 11.5 to 12 inches, the Wrangler Authentics Relaxed Fit is adequate for many men over 60, but may still sit slightly below the natural waist for men with a longer torso or a higher natural waist position. If that applies to you, move up this list. If it does not, this is the most economically rational pair of jeans on the entire list. Best Buy. Number 7. Lee Regular. Fit straight leg, Lee jeans retail between $35 and $55. Lee is owned by Contour Brands alongside Wrangler, sharing sourcing infrastructure and quality oversight at a comparable price point with slightly more refined fit geometry than the Wrangler line. The regular fit straight leg uses a 12 to 13 ounce cotton denim with a rise of 11.5 to 12.5 inches and a thigh opening of 17 to 18 inches. Consumer Reports rated the Lee regular fit above the budget denim category average for color fastness after 50 wash cycles, with indigo retention scoring higher than competitors at this price point. The hidden comfort waistband built into the regular fit line is the most practically useful construction detail for men over 60 on this list. A 1.5-inch stretch panel integrated into the interior waistband accommodates 2 to 3 inches of waist variance without altering the exterior appearance of the jean. For men over 60 whose waist measurement fluctuates across the day or across seasons, this detail eliminates the afternoon discomfort of a rigid waistband pressing against an expanded midsection without requiring a larger size that then fits poorly through the seat and thigh. The extreme motion line within the Lee range adds 3% elastane to a 12-ounce base. The elastane concern from the avoid section applies here, but Lee's heavier base fabric produces measurably better tension recovery after washing than the thinner blends used in fast fashion. Consumer testing documents functional elasticity retention at 85% of original after 40 wash cycles. For men over 60 who prioritize ease of movement over longevity, the extreme motion is worth considering. For men who prioritize durability, the pure cotton regular fit is the better choice. Best Buy. Number 6. Haggar Cool. 18. Pro Haggar is not a denim brand in the traditional sense, but the Cool 18 Pro pant, retailing between $45 and $65, appears consistently in men over 60 fit recommendation lists because it solves the fit problems of traditional denim while delivering a cleaner presentation suitable for casual professional environments. The fabric is a 58% polyester, 39% cotton, 3% elastane stretch twill at 260 grams per square meter. The elastane concern applies here, but the polyester cotton base fabric is more dimensionally stable than pure cotton at this weight, meaning the stretch component degrades more slowly because the base fabric provides structural support that prevents the elastane from bearing all the tension load during wear and washing. The rise on the Cool 18 Pro runs 12 to 12.5 inches, higher than most denim alternatives at this price point and correctly positioned for natural waist placement on the majority of men over 60. The hidden comfort waistband expands 3 inches beyond the stated waist size, the most generous comfort waistband expansion on this list. The inseam uses a flat-felled construction that eliminates the raised seam ridge that causes inner thigh friction in traditional denim, a practical comfort consideration for men over 60 wearing pants for extended periods. Consumer Reports rated the Cool 18 Pro above the category average for shape retention after 30 wash cycles, with the polyester cotton base maintaining silhouette better than pure cotton alternatives at equivalent weights. At $55 with a documented average lifespan of 3.5 to 4 years, the annual cost sits at $14 to $16, reasonable for a pant that functions across casual and business casual environments simultaneously. Best Buy. Number 5, Roundtree & York. Gold. Label, Roundtree & York is a house brand sold exclusively through JCPenney, with jeans and pants retailing between $35 and $55. The Gold Label line targets men over 50 explicitly in its marketing, and the product specifications reflect the demographic targeting in measurable ways. The Gold Label jean uses a 12-ounce cotton polyester denim with a rise of 12 to 13 inches depending on the cut, the highest rise measurement available in a major retail chain at this price point. The thigh opening runs 19 to 20 inches across the size range. The waistband uses a no-gap back construction with an internal elastic panel at the back waistband only, maintaining a flat front presentation while providing rear waistband flexibility that prevents the gap that forms at the back of the waistband when a man over 60 sits down in a rigid waistband jean-sized for his standing measurement. The construction uses double needle stitching on primary seams with reinforced pocket bags made from a heavier cotton twill than the standard pocket lining used in most budget denim. Pocket bags are one of the first failure points in budget jeans, tearing at the corners under the weight of keys, phones, and wallets. The heavier pocket bag construction extends functional life at this stress point measurably beyond the category average. Consumer longevity reports for the Roundtree & York Gold Label average 3.8 years of functional wear. At $45 across 3.8 years, the annual cost is $11.84, reasonable for a jean specifically engineered for the fit requirements of men over 60 and available in a full range of waist and inseam sizes, including short and long inseam options not available from most budget brands. Best Buy. Number 4, Levi's 559. Relaxed Straight, the Levi's 559. Relaxed Straight retails between $59 and $79 and is the specific Levi's fit most consistently recommended for men over 60 across consumer communities, fit advisory platforms, and tailoring forums that discuss denim construction for mature body profiles. The 559 uses a 12.5-ounce, 100% cotton denim with a rise of 12 inches, a thigh opening of 19 inches, and a straight leg from thigh to hem. That geometry provides full seat room, natural waist positioning, and a thigh opening wide enough to accommodate a fuller leg without fabric compression during sitting or movement. The 100% cotton construction contains no elastane, meaning no heat washing degradation and no progressive loss of shape recovery across the ownership period. Levi's production for the 559 runs through facilities in Bangladesh, Egypt, and Pakistan, with fabric sourced through long-term mill relationships. Consumer Reports rated the 559 above the budget denim category average for seam integrity after 75 wash cycles, with double needle inseam and outseam stitching holding without measurable separation across the full test sequence. The copper rivets at pocket stress points are solid rather than hollow, eliminating the rivet failure seen in cheaper budget denim. At $69 with a documented average functional lifespan of 3.5 to 4 years, the annual cost sits at $17 to $20. That is above Wrangler and Lee, but justified by the heavier fabric weight, the more precise fit geometry for this demographic, and Levi's consistent quality control across the 559 line across multiple production years. Best Buy, number 3, Dickies Relaxed. Fit Carpenter Jean, Dickies Relaxed. Fit Carpenter Jean retails between $25 and $40 with a fabric weight of 14.75-ounce cotton denim, the heaviest on this list. At nearly 15 ounces, this denim holds its shape through a full day of wear on any body profile, resists seat and thigh bagging under bodyweight pressure, and develops a natural fade over years of wear that reflects real use rather than a factory-applied treatment. The rise sits at 12 to 13 inches depending on the size, one of the highest measurements available in budget denim, positioning the waistband at the natural waist without back gap formation during sitting. The thigh opening runs 19 to 20 inches, providing full range of movement without compression during any normal activity. Triple needle stitching on inseam and outseam matches the construction standard of workwear brands charging significantly more. Consumer longevity surveys show an average reported functional lifespan of 5.1 years for the Carpenter Jean, the second highest figure on this list. At $32 across 5.1 years, the annual cost is $6.27, the second lowest figure on the list. The 14.75-ounce fabric does require a slightly longer break-in period than lighter denim, typically 4 to 6 wears before the fabric fully conforms to the body. After break-in, the structural density of the fabric provides a level of all-day shape retention that no lighter denim on this list can match. Best Buy, number 2, LL Bean, double L. Jeans, LL Beans double L. Jeans retail between $49 and $69 and have appeared consistently in consumer satisfaction surveys for men over 60 for over 2 decades, sustained by a combination of fit geometry, fabric weight, and the brand's documented commitment to sizing accuracy across a wider range of waist and inseam options than any other brand on this list. The double L uses a 12-ounce 100% cotton denim with a rise of 12.5 to 13 inches, one of the highest rise measurements available in a mainstream retail brand at any price point. The thigh opening runs 19.5 to 20.5 inches across the size range. The fit is described by the brand as a relaxed seat and thigh with a straight leg, which in practice means full room through the seat without excess fabric bunching at the front or sides, a balance that most brands fail to achieve at the relaxed end of the fit spectrum. LL Bean offers the double L in waist sizes from 28 to 50 inches and inseam lengths from 28 to 36 inches, with separate short, regular, and long options within each inseam range. For men over 60 who have struggled to find budget denim in accurate sizing, particularly in shorter inseam lengths that do not require tailoring, the double L size range is itself a meaningful part of the value proposition. Consumer longevity reports average 4.5 to 5 years of functional wear, with the 12-ounce cotton holding its structure and color fastness above the budget category average across the documented ownership period. At $59 across 4.7 years average documented lifespan, the annual cost is $12.55, among the best ratios on this list for a brand offering this level of fit specificity and size range. Best Buy, number 1, Carhartt Relaxed. Fit 5-pocket jean, Carhartt's Relaxed Fit. 5-pocket jean retails between $45 and $65 and scores the highest on this list across every metric relevant to men over 60. Fabric weight, rise measurement, seam construction, documented longevity, and cost per year of functional wear. The fabric is a 14-ounce 100% ring-spun cotton denim. Ring-spun processing removes short fibers from the yarn before weaving, producing a denser, smoother fabric that resists pilling and surface degradation better than standard carded cotton at the same weight. The smoother surface reduces inner thigh friction during extended wear, a practical comfort consideration that becomes more relevant with age and that no brand on the avoid list using lighter elastane blend fabrics addresses at any price. The rise measures 12.5 to 13 inches across the size range, correctly positioning the waistband at the natural waist for the overwhelming majority of men over 60 without exception. The thigh opening runs 19.5 to 21 inches depending on the size, wide enough to accommodate a full range of body profiles in this demographic without pulling across the seat or thigh during sitting, driving, or any activity that flexes the hip joint under load. Triple needle stitching is standard across all primary seams. Bar tacks at pocket corners, fly base, and belt loop attachments cover every identified stress point. Consumer Reports durability testing rated the Carhartt Relaxed Fit 5 pocket above the budget denim category average for seam integrity after 100 wash cycles, the highest wash cycle rating of any jean tested in the budget category in Consumer Reports assessments over the last 2 years. Consumer longevity surveys show an average reported functional lifespan of 5.8 years, the highest figure of any budget jean in the Consumer Reports database. At $55 across 5.8 years, the annual cost is $9.48. The fabric contains no elasting. It does not degrade with heat washing. It holds its shape, its structure, and its fit from the first wash to the 100th. For men over 60, those 3 facts are worth more than any amount of marketing language about Italian heritage, technical construction, or designer fit architecture from brands charging 3 times as much to deliver a fraction of the performance. The average man over 60 keeps a pair of jeans for 2.3 years according to consumer expenditure tracking data before replacing them due to fit failure, fabric degradation, or seam separation. If he is buying from the avoid list at an average of $130 per pair, he is spending $56 per year per pair of jeans that never fit correctly. If he buys the Carhartt Relaxed Fit at $55 and wears it for 5.8 years based on documented longevity data, he spends $9.48 per year and wears a better fitting, heavier, more structurally sound jean every day of those 6 years.